Well, you guys have been asking for it, and I have a massive update on the SVJ.
So as you guys know, the SVJ transmission has an issue. It's basically popping out of gear going into neutral. That was the issue I was having on Gumball all throughout Europe. Then we took the car and we sent it off to Lamborghini of London, and they tried to do their best to diagnose and correct the problem to the tune of about $12,500 off my credit card. This car came all the way back. We had it transported after sitting in Europe for another 6 months because we thought we were gonna drive the car over there. We couldn't obviously get any insurance that would allow us to do that. So we decided to put it in a container on a boat and send it back to North America. And well, here you have it. It's here and it's still broken. Now, I spent $60,000 to buy a brand new gearbox from Lamborghini. In the transportation of that gearbox from Italy to North America, it got lost. Okay, so now what? Well, here's the update. We had to wait a 30-day period in order for them to do their own internal investigation, the shipping company, to find out if they could in fact find that transmission. They could not, which now put us into a position to file an insurance claim. That's 3 to 6 months for us to eventually probably get our insurance money back. And in that time frame, well, we are gonna have to fix this car. So that means I either have to put out another $60,000 or I have to find another solution. Here's the good news. I have another solution. In fact, I have 2 solutions. Solution number 1 would be to try and repair the current gearbox in this car. I've been told by many people, including John from Yoast, who's an actual certified Lamborghini technician, like a real one. And he said that he'd actually been to the school that Lamborghini provides to rebuild these Aventador transmissions. They basically show the technicians how they can do it in-house if someone needs to do that. And when he went to that school and they showed him, he said, even the guy teaching the class was struggling to rebuild the transmission. And at the end of that class, he never did see a properly rebuilt transmission go into a car and work and solve the problem. So his advice was, do not rebuild the transmission. That is an option I have, but he said, do not do it. So that means I'm pretty much left with option number 2. I would go and get another gearbox. I could buy new, but I could also buy used. And we've been looking around and I found a couple. I found out that I could buy an Aventador S or an Aventador SV or an SVJ, of course, or an Ultimate gearbox, because for the most part, they're basically the same gearbox. Same clutch system, all that sort of stuff. Plus, the gearbox in my car is technically good. All the gears are good, the clutches are good, everything's good. The only downside is the leaking of the Teflon seals, and those are the super hard part to replace. So, I found 2 used SV gearboxes. The SV was only made in 2016 and 2017. Both the gearboxes I found, or the latter models, are of a lot cheaper availability than the SVJ brand new gearbox. So instead of it being $60,000, I can save myself about 40 grand and pick one up for $20,000. This is made of carbon fiber, but it's still a little heavy by yourself. All right. Oh, we had the battery tender on it, but let's still hope that it starts. Fingers crossed, guys. Well, she's got the juice. Let all the electronics kind of fire up. 3, 2, 1. Official SVJ cold start. It's been a minute. It reminds me every time I get in, gearbox malfunction, press brake to engage gear. Little red light right there indicating gearbox malfunction. But here's the weird part, it still runs, beyond me. The SVJ is Dave's and my favorite for many reasons. One, it sounds amazing. It looks amazing. Oh, I love this car. It sounds so freaking good. I was just bringing everybody up to speed on the situation with the SVJ.
Did you tell them when this car has to leave?
No, I haven't gotten to that problem yet.
That's a big problem.
Well, the other thing too is I haven't told them it's leaving. I haven't told anybody what we're taking. So.
Jamie, cut that.
Oh, you don't have to cut that, Jamie, now that Dave's given it away. Dave and I have decided that the SVJ is the gumball car. I know a lot of you would be excited if we brought another car on that adventure because I'm sure you would love to see any of our cars.
And honestly, we talked about bringing both the 599s, bringing 2 cars for a change of up. The thing is this, when we're vlogging together, the best videos when we're in the same car together capturing, solo the whole time, the vlogs will feel way different. So it is better to bring one car.
Yeah. Driver, co-pilot, we work together as a team. That is the best way to do it.
And we also have more fun because you can chat. Being alone by yourself for 12 hours every day on a rally, it's exhausting. The challenge is, where this car is going, it's no secret, is Vietnam's starting point. Vietnam does not accept air freight. There's no option to fly the car. It can't happen.
You can fly it to Singapore, but you still have to ship it to Vietnam by boat.
You have to import it to Singapore, has to sit for 30 days in Singapore and then go over. So it's the same timeline. This car
more money.
Has to leave June 30th.
What?
Today is May 27th. This car has to leave to the port in just over a month. So you have to get it fixed.
Yeah.
And then obviously, if you decide to change the livery or any other modifications you want to do on this car, no bull. June 30th, Cars Inc. will pick it up. It'll go to the shipping yard because they have to do a carnet on this car. So Vietnam is the most complicated, one of the most complicated countries for temporary import. In fact, they're creating a new system just for gumball. So gumball and the government of Vietnam are creating a carnet just for the event. And that's not done yet either.
So, there's a lot to do. That leads me to the solution that I'm about to present to you guys, which is we found an Aventador SV gearbox. We actually found 2 of them. And you won't even believe who has it because I, myself and Dave went out of our way to try to find a gearbox because we're panicking due to the timeline. And so we start calling people. And in fact, one person we know reached out to us, and that's a buddy of ours at another shop. And he goes, hey, I have a gearbox. If you want to look into it, I have it sitting here. It's 20 grand. If it works for you, cool, try it, you know, no stress. So then I reach out to Alex at Gintani, our boy, the Flamer, who does a lot of work with Lamborghini V12s, yes? And he did the exhaust on here and he designed a whole turbo system for these cars. So Alex knows a lot about this car. So I said to Alex, is the SV gearbox the same as an SVJ gearbox? And he confirmed, yes, you can put it in here. It'll all be all good. And he goes, by the way, I have an SV gearbox.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh, nice to know, Alex.
Thanks for bringing that up after I brought it up. So Alex has a gearbox, our other buddy Josh has a gearbox, and I just have to pick a gearbox. They're basically the same price. The easiest, quickest, fastest thing is if I don't want to go pick up a gearbox, you know, Alex could install the gearbox for me. I did make a phone call last night to him and I said, hey man, this is the whole situation. The car's got to get the hell out of here. It's got to be on transport to be shipped to Vietnam. It's going to take 2.5 months. The car has to leave by the end of June. No bull. The paperwork had to be done on the 17th of May.
It's already been submitted.
It's already been submitted. We actually picked 2 cars just in case this car somehow wasn't able to be done in time because the paperwork had to be done. We actually submitted 2 cars. It's this car, I'll tell you the other car in a little bit. We're gonna take this car, I decided, to Gintani, first thing tomorrow morning. Alex is gonna do his best to try to get this car done in the timeline. Guys, please, fingers crossed, put good positive energy out to the world that the SVJ will make it because this is the car ultimately Dave and I want to take, but we do have a backup just in case.
There's no Lambo dealers in Vietnam. It's not like we're in Luxembourg and luckily there's a Lambo dealer. Like we're on our own the entire rally. Plus there's more pressure on Alex because we want to actually be able to drive this car some miles.
Yes.
To make sure it's actually stress test. We don't want to, it's good and then it's not.
Exactly. The other part is I changed the cars for the liveries for the gumballs. So this livery, as much as it's gonna pain me to take this livery off the car, this will have to come off the car. And an SVJ is very, very, very challenging to wrap. There are a bazillion pieces that come off this car. If you guys have seen when I've shown it before at PFS, when they're in the process of wrapping this, the whole car's blown apart. Something like 37 parts come off this car. So they'll have to take all those parts off again and rewrap every single piece with a brand new Gumball 3000 livery with the new colors for the 2024 25th anniversary Gumball. That bad boy right there. What color scheme would it be? I have no idea. So there's your update on the SVJ. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, actually, I have no idea why it's dumped in the back right now. It looks like it's aired out.
It looks like it's broken.
I haven't heard it yet. The boys did a full straight pipe, so it has an exhaust now. I heard the video and did a FaceTime. It sounds crazy. You want to hear a real cold start on the
cold start?
best part of the Bentley is the nitrous oxide kit in the back.
The cold start just chilled out. Now we can talk. Dude, it's very loud. It's cooler when the bottle's filled. When the bottle's filled, it's bad. When it's empty, you can hear it a little bit, but you can't see the mist. Right now you can see the mist. Oh, you can hear the freaking turbo whistle. Dude, it sounds super sick. A lot of you guys were kind of tearing Dave apart in the last video that he produced with the boys. Dave and I are veterans at this. We've been holding cameras for, well, me, well over a decade. Dave for the past 6.5 years. I've been like a mentor to you about what I saw working on YouTube, how we did it while I was learning. And together, we've basically became the YouTubers we are today. We know how to hold the camera, we know what to look for, lighting, audio, all these things we check now subliminally. Mike Essa is an epic car builder. Tim is an epic, you know, Tim. Yeah. And when we leave, we have to story out, you know, the problem and how to basically put that into a video. And Dave laid out a lot of stuff that the boys kind of unfortunately missed. And that explained a lot more about what's going on with this recall, why it is so serious, and the fact that people from these manufacturers that like our channel reach out to us all the time. There's people at Lamborghini have reached out to us. There's a bunch of guys at MSO McLaren that reach out to us. When we came up with the Bentley as a project car, people at Bentley started reaching out to us.
Yep.
And I can't say who, and we can't say exactly what department, but they reached out and said, the recall for this car is a serious one. Mm-hmm. It's the gas pedal sticking, right?
Yeah, so right now, it only applies to the European right-hand drive cars.
Officially.
So far.
Yes.
I can't say anything else about that, but like that's where it started. There was an incident in the US somewhere by the border where a flying spur got stuck and the car launched in the air. Unfortunately, driver and passenger passed away in that.
That's serious.
So here's the issue. It will be a software, most likely a software issue more than a hardware issue.
Yeah.
Which means I can't go and buy the thing to fix the car. Why is that important? Well, if it's software, it has to go to Bentley. If we heavily modify it, they won't do the recall update on the car, which means the car's not safe to drive. I can never sell it ever again. So the question comes down to—
Or they'll do it because it's a safety issue, but they might have a problem with the fact the car's so modified that all of a sudden it's not free. So now we have to pay like $10,000 for the software.
The guy at Bentley also said they can blacklist your VIN number and not offer any updates because of the modifications done to the car. There's two parts of that video. I'm not canceling the build because of recall. I want to find out first, if I put this kit on, how does that affect all of that? Will they still do the recall on the car? The second part of the video that was missing was, we had a plan to do a bunch of custom stuff. Louvers, make the splitter more aggressive, side skirts, rear diffuser, and a wing as a mid build while waiting for the big expensive kit we're working on right now with M Sport. Canceled that because Mike's like, it's not gonna look good. The angles are wrong. The air tank for the suspension's in the back, right behind the bumper right here, is all the air suspension system right here. So Mike's like, we can't cut the bumper. So I said, cancel the mid build. Don't put wheels on it, don't wrap it, don't do any of that until we actually get the proper kit. But first, let's figure out the recall.
It was a cascading effect too. Jason at PFS actually was like, hey, we're looking at the car. If the car doesn't have diffusers, side skirts, a big wing, you know, kind of race car styling stuff, the livery we picked for the car is gonna look dumb. That's where we were like, all collectively,
cancel.
Everything came crumbling down. Mike was like, this car is gonna look really stupid if we try to do stuff like we did on the Murcielago. It's not period correct. For the Mercy, it's period correct to have a chassis mounted wing exactly how it is, to have a metal diffuser in the shape and design that that metal diffuser is, to have that all the way it is, that is period correct for a 2003 Lamborghini. A Bentley, period correct, is the big M Sport kit. There is no in between.
Nope.
We thought we might be able to make it look cool. We can't. We don't want it to look dumb, so we canceled it.
So the next big step in all this, aside from that, is to find the actual race car, which apparently in California, there is the actual race car. Mike wants to take the two and compare them. What will it actually take to put the kit on? We didn't realize the air suspension, put the engine in a different spot. Like, I don't want all of a sudden the kit shows up, we didn't do our homework now, that we have the car and go, like the back bumper won't fit, the front bumper won't fit. So we need to get the actual race car for a video, side by side, start pulling panels off to go, when the kit arrives, how's it all gonna work?
That would be crazy. In the meantime, why don't we take the SVJ and go grab some lunch?
Take both the cars and get lunch.
You wanna take both cars?
I wanna drive this, I wanna hear the exhaust in this bad boy.
Cool.
And when your car breaks down, I'll give you a ride back to the shop.
That's true, if it breaks down, that would suck. All right, let's put some heat in the engines and you take the vlog camera. The audience wants to see, they do love the Bentley. I'm not hating on the Bentley, but I know you guys would rather see the SVG driving down the road,
Yeah, fair,
especially because the livery's gonna come off.
Fair. So I'll actually later in the video show you guys what livery I had picked out for this car. It's definitely something I've never done before, and I was really pumped about it. Now, ironically, there will be a wheel review because the boys didn't get a hold of Adrian and the wheels are already cut. So we'll get some wheels on the car. It's dumped now. I could possibly do just a color change in the meantime, but we have a lot on our plate and it's definitely not the biggest priority. But dude, it sounds so good. I'm pumped. I love this car. We'll get some faults. Well, that's weird. I've never seen that before. That's an aggressive fault. It's a little TLC. So the Bentley has some error lights. You have a check engine light, well, it's straight pipe now, so it's fully loud.
Better?
Thank you very much, looks way better. The e-brake fault, that's something silly. It's an Audi product, so for the most part, it's just a lot of Audi technology, so it's not super hard to diagnose and maintain and fix. The car really isn't that modified on the outside, though. To have all these air lights is a bit confusing, especially the e-brake. So that could be just an issue with the car, nothing to do with what we've done to it so far. I am gonna miss this livery.
Oh, dude, you know what? I think it's honestly been my favorite one.
Should we put this on the Bentley for now? How bad would that look?
With this?
Yeah, like this, quiet like this. No mods.
Funny, it actually probably wouldn't look that bad if done right. I think it would actually look cool. I think this livery honestly would go on quite a few cars. The base is white,
Yeah.
right? And then a lot of the design is straight down over the top of the car.
You know what's really annoying? When a car has a problem that's intermediate. Like right now, you have false hope that you can drive the SVJ as much as you want.
Oh, yeah.
Because it breaks sometimes.
Remember the day we got it back? We were like, let's go on a big long drive.
Actually, I wasn't there for that, but I watched the video.
Oh, that's right, you weren't.
Yeah,
The car lasted hours, and then all of a sudden it randomly did it, and I was like, are you kidding me? I was pissed.
And that's the risk we're taking on this next Gumball. You know, you guys really enjoyed the videos in Europe, but behind the scenes, it was really stressful. It was a really hard rally. Gumball is hard inherently. Max doesn't want to make it a vacation. He doesn't make it too easy. He wants people to come there and really get their money's worth on an adventure. While we're doing that, we're also trying to make a video every day for you guys with the daily upload. So I hope you can appreciate just what it takes. Forget dailies across the board here, but also while on the road. Internet issues, health issues. We all got food sick at the end. Trying to go for a drive. I really want to hear that Bentley under a load and get some cool rollers with the SVJ. I can't wait to take it to a dealership and get the reaction from the service staff. We're in a luxury Bentley right now. Oh, she's a beaut. Did it clicker? No. I don't know why. Recently a fan brought us 10 clickers. And I don't know where they are. We have 10 of them, and these cars don't have any of them. So we're gonna do a manual for now. Something's going on here in front of the HQ. There's a bunch of construction pylons and cones and no parking. So that or it's a slalom course. Barely moving. How did that popping noise? Remember, this is pre-tuned. Holy sh! Love it. The pops are ridiculous. You know what comes next. This car's straight pipes, and it's modern, and Alex has a computer. And Alex known for what? Swearing. But yeah, also a flame tune. Oh my god, I missed that car. It's been far too long since we heard some SVG screams here on the channel. I missed that thing. Missed it? Oh my god. Let's hear it. Yeah, Bentley doesn't sound that great, does it? Yeah, no, definitely missed the livery. Unfortunately, besides Gumball, it didn't get a lot of screen time, and that's just the nature of what we do sometimes. What you doing? What are you planning back there? Oh, you forget the piercing And the one feedback I always get from fans who meet them in person is the cars look and sound way crazier in person. There's only so much this camera can pick up. I'll mention it for the last time. We are building the Bentley GT3 car. The question is when. I'm gonna do a lot more research. We might have to pull the air suspension. If it has to do all that, this could be like a year-long project. The idea was to buy it bolted on, but it's happening. It will happen. Be patient, and I apologize if you guys get upset. But also, I appreciate those of you who are loyal because you guys can churn really quick. There's some crazy comments who want me to leave the channel. Like, I need you guys to be chill. You might not love all the videos, but we're making a lot of videos for you guys, and sometimes they hit differently. And like I said in that video, some things are left out, but here we are, we're building the car. I love the Bentley. For you true fans, you true Bentley lovers, the time will come. Currently looking for lunch right now. The first fast spot was closed. Basically about Southern California, there's lots of places to get food. We all like to eat down here.
Parked over there for that exact reason.
What reason?
Well, your splitter's a little more forgiving than mine. Mine's actually attached to my bumper. That's impressive.
It's pretty good. Just kissed it. By the way,
you also still have no grill.
I know I need to call Bentley and order
Not gonna lie,
one.
that's pretty ugly.
No, so I have to, this sucks. Mike tried to make a grill, but he's like, it looks so terrible because there's a lot of reasons behind it. Just trust Mike. Mike says, looks bad, looks bad. One of them we saved, the other one's gone on the freeway, so tomorrow.
You got by the other half.
It's probably gonna be, I don't know, what would you say for that piece?
Probably at least $600?
Yeah, for a piece of plastic trash.
We are gonna go and get some pho. We like our Vietnamese food, our Vietnamese soup specifically. So we're gonna go to a little restaurant around the corner.
We are prepping for gumball by eating Vietnamese food because we're headed to Vietnam very, very soon.
That's right.
A few moments later.
All right, now we're gonna drive up to Gintani and drop this bad boy off. Pray this thing doesn't die on the freeway. Quick little fuel up though. She is thirsty. All right, David.
Yes, Damon.
Follow me in the Bentley because we only know that this thing may or may not make it all the way to Gintani.
Fun fact in the Bentley, I can't use navigation on my phone. Something in the car blocks the GPS signal, so you have to lead.
I know what blocks it. You. It's like every time you're co-piloting, we get lost. It's always the phone's fault or the Bentley's fault.
I'm a good co-pilot.
You actually are a really good co-pilot. Not as good as my wife though. I get extramarital favors. And she is done. This thing was thirsty. 83.75. And that is a write-off. Let's throw the cap back on, head all the way up to Gintani, Simi Valley. That is quite the hike. Hopefully no traffic. Usually it's about an hour with no traffic from where we are, and we're already 30 minutes more north than we used to be when we were in Huntington Beach. Please make it. Don't get me stuck on the freeway. 1 hour, 4 minutes from, as you can see, Compton to basically off the map because Alex lives in Timbuktu now.
Northern California, and during rush hour, that'd be 3 hours. That's pretty good.
It'd be brutal. Let's hit the road. Please follow me.
I want to get a massage.
You son of a bitch. You're not even gonna believe this. The red transmission fault on my dash is all of a sudden gone. I've never seen a hard fault go away on its own, ever. It's not there. It used to be right here, and now it's gone, you guys. That is so bizarre. Like, for real, it's a hard fault. It's a red fault. They shouldn't clear themselves. They should be there until, like, the dealership or you use an Autel or something to clear it. And the Autel won't even clear it on this car. Maybe that's a good sign. It's gonna make it to Gintani, or it'll blow up. I'll take it nice and easy on it.
No, I won't.
What are you doing? I see you doing something. Nitrous. We should have never gave Dave nitrous. This thing sounds absolutely nuts. Give me a little spray. Freaking fast. Oh, the echo! Damn it, damn it. It's back. And I'm stuck in neutral on the side of the freeway. We'll go into gear, look. Put on the brake. and it did it right when we got into traffic. So something about this car does that as soon as you get like below 4th gear. I don't know what it is, but if the car is moving, it's fine. So now I'm stuck. But all right, we're gonna have to let it sit for a second. When I say a second, I mean like 2 to 3 minutes, and then try it again. Damn.
Well, it happened again. I couldn't pull over in time, we were in traffic, which is why the car went to neutral. So currently in the center meridian in a very nefarious position. Literally between that freeway and that exit. Now the question is, getting back on will be very, very difficult. But California, man.
All right, it's been a few minutes, and yes, success. Now I gotta try to get back into this freaking traffic. I gotta stay in the right lane, because the odds of it happening again are very good. And there's just so much traffic. I'm in a bad spot. Let's just jump this curb. Oh, big curb, big curb.
Back on, and good news, so is the SVJ. Just need to cool down. Here it comes. Behind him so I can block traffic if it happens again.
This is what's screwing me. It's traffic slowing down, and then I end up in a gear lower than, you know, 4th gear, and that's when it freaks out. So I'm trying to keep a bit of a gap. Same thing that was happening in Europe. If we were open road, car would be fine for hours. The second it hits this traffic and I gotta slow down, I'm screwed. And to think we're only halfway into the journey to Gintani. Normally would have been at a shop by now, but now he's another 30 minutes further north. We still have 35 minutes to survive LA traffic and freeways. Okay, as I suspected, we didn't hit any more traffic, but now I have to slow down at my exit. And this is where I'm talking about if I have to go down to 4th gear, is it going to be okay, or is it going to freak out? All right, it's holding at the moment. Holding, holding, holding. Let's see if it freaks out. This is what it does. I'll be fine when I'm on the freeway, and then I go to turn. So far, so good. Still in 2nd. All right, I'm close to Gintani. I'm only 1 minute away. Let's see if this thing holds all the way there. It's this whole under 4th gear slowing down stuff it does not like. I'm gonna see if I can simulate it actually doing this. I am interested. Why is it working now, and why did it do it to me on the freeway? See, I slow right down. Seems to be okay. So bizarre. And now it's not doing it. And we made it. Gintani. We got another SVJ right out front. Look at that. We're gonna pull right in. Hey! That looks familiar. I can't believe we made it. Is it open? Well, no, nobody's here. SVJ's in here. The 720 is also in here. The GTR, if you want to have a look at that, because these guys haven't seen anything with that. I haven't given you guys the update on that yet, because I wasn't really sure where we were at with it. But yeah, here. All right, so we are leaving the SVJ here. Alex is going to swap the transmission out. He's going to try to do it in the better part of 7 short days, so then we can take this and get the new livery put on for Gumball Asia. That is right. We're going Saigon to Singapore for F1. Now, when I have more news on this, once Alex is in, I will give you that. I do need to come back anyhow because we need to make a full update video on what's going on with the 720 GTR. But all I'm gonna do is leave you, before we get into that whole video, with this.
Yeah.